In this first episode, I've decided to simulate tuberculosis, because it is the only infectious disease that I have covered so far. This simulation is purely based on plain old TB disease, so no latent infection or drug-resistant variations. We will be starting in India, because it is the country with the highest TB infection and death rates. Our tuberculosis starts out slow, however, it is highly infectious. It is only a matter of time until the infection moves out of India and into its neighbors, China and Southeast Asia. As infection rates in India soar, doctors begin to catch on to this new form of tuberculosis. Meanwhile, the bacteria manages to work its way over the Atlantic and into the Western world. However, America is a wealthy country, and with more available antibiotics and better sanitation compared to that of India, infection rates remain low. But the poorer countries in Southern Asia and Africa have infection rates so high that tuberculosis consumes whole countries within weeks. Mexico too begins to fall quickly. It seems that the warm and dry countries in Africa and the Middle East are far more susceptible to infection compared to those warm and wet countries like the islands and South America. The world graph shows that many northern and European countries have been completely unaffected. However, the world sees this outbreak as a level 5 threat, which is understandable because tuberculosis has taken out nearly a quarter of the world's population and has infected over double that of deaths. The cure has been developed. The infected are quickly brought back to health and infection rates drop to 0 worldwide. Tuberculosis is no longer a threat to the human race. Averaging out all 3 simulations, tuberculosis ended up infecting 4.73 billion, killing 1.95 billion, and it took 470 days for it to be eradicated. Since tuberculosis is our only simulation so far, it gets a free ride to first place. However, it has set the bar high for future challengers. I wouldn't be surprised if tuberculosis stayed on top for quite a while. That's all I have for this first simulation. Please leave me any suggestions for future diseases and ways that I can improve this series. Feel free to follow me on my other social media platforms, and while you're here, check out my other videos. But until next time, the world will live to see another day.